There was a question about again, this is your questions, so don't get mad at me, but about the laws of women and men having relations during a woman's menstruation. The question was something about, is it against the Torah to lie down in the same bed with her? No, it never was. It's specifically referring to a time of it's intimacy during that time of the month. So there's nothing wrong with laying in the same bed, as long as that's all you're doing.
Thank you, Pastor Jake. Everybody give him a round of applause for skirting around that one.
Hey, hey, skirt. I just used the right words.
That's right. That's what I mean. Skirt's not the right word. Anyway.
No.
No, absolutely. And also remember, when you're interpreting the Torah, we forget, and our Jewish brothers, have added to some things over time, just like Christians have added to the Word of God over time. There's no new thing under the sun. We're really good at adding. But the higher mitzvah is always love. Remember that you can't take a cattle out of the ditch, so they say. And then Yeshua says, no, you don't understand. Life is more important than the Torah, because life came before the Torah. And without going into a whole teaching on what is really the Torah, because the Torah that we have on Mount Sinai is different than the Torah that was given in the garden. It was the same and different. And the Torah before that was the same and different. And I know that sounds almost Jewish.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We all understand that.
Yeah, it's the same and different. But many of the laws that were added to the Torah...
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
It's not your turn. Turn his mic off, please. The laws in the Torah, many of them were given based on the cultural significance, or things that were happening during that time. Remember divorce? Do you think divorce... People say the Torah was the word of God that preexisted mankind. Really? So you're saying that the law of divorce were in polygamy were in before time? No. The law of divorce was never intended to be in the Torah. You understand that? It's because Yeshua said, because your hardness of your hearts, because you are fallen creatures, I had to add some instructions so that you can not kill each other. That's the reality of it. So this is why not all of the Torah is going to be, now I know I'm going to get emails on this, that's okay, because you need to think through what we're saying here. Not all of the Torah is going to be applicable in the millennium. They're not going to be, when the new heavens, new earth come at the end of 1,000 years, I can assure you there is not going to be death. So you can remove all of the laws that have to deal with death, because it's not going to exist. You follow me? This is why Mount of Olives, when Yeshua comes in and teaches the Torah, the nations the Torah, when he comes back, there are certain things clearly that are left out of some of those instructions. And I better stop because we have a lot of questions to go to, and I'm starting to rabbit trail. Jake.
That's okay. All right.
That's enough.
Next question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just kidding.